back and forth fuck up what you asking for, but just back and forth but is your man still back at home? He ain't that important
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Week 11 of the NFL season. This week, the Vikings are hosting the Broncos, and I am back at home for 1 week because after taking Halloween off, going to the cabin, being home, next weekend is the Vikings bye, and I'll be back at deer camp. So we're going to be doing a special video, hopefully with the whole crew that's going to be up there again. I'll try to figure something out for that. But this week, just taking it easy. Going to hopefully make this a quick video. And I'm going to drink the beer this week that I intended to drink on the Halloween week, but I was so disgusted and discouraged and frustrated that I just checked out. This beer is called it's from Clown Shoes Brewing. It's an American Imperial Stout. It's called the Undead Party Crasher American Imperial Stout. It caught my eye, one, because the label is really cool, and you can see why I thought it was going to be like a fitting Halloween themed can here. Also, the label tells a story. The trademark attorney's thing here, there we go, writing. In a world full of uncertainty, hardship, and people trying to hold us back, do we need the undead and trademark attorneys too? Clown Shoes says, no, die monsters, die. Forces of Darkness brought about a change in the name of this beer, which was released to celebrate our 2nd anniversary, but it still sports signature dark malts, holy water, and malt smoked locally with hickory and ash. Now, that to me sounds fantastic, and the label was awesome. It is 9% alcohol by volume, and their mission is to produce beer without pretension while being free and a little crazy. It would appear that they are from Boston and Windsor, Vermont. Let's crack it open. Okay, now I forget the one that I had a couple of weeks ago that was like motor oil. This is right in that wheelhouse. Real dark, real thick. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. All right, let's give it a crack. Nope. That is excellent, and I should have had it on Halloween because it tastes, I mean, I don't know if chocolatey is the right word, but it's got that sweet richness to it that I think is evocative of chocolate. This is great. I've gotten really lucky. It's been a long time since I had a beer that I had to like, not for me, but someone might like it. I'm on a heck of a tear here. This is really good. I think it'd be interesting to go back and watch however many of these videos I've done now and see and watch me slowly fall in love with real dark, heavy stouts. I'll be honest, I drank like a sorority girl when I turned 21, often enjoying fruity vodkas mixed with Mountain Dew. And then I discovered whiskey and Coke, and that was getting into beers late in life. Busch Light, Spotted Cow, obviously, but I always I don't understand why people drink those real heavy, rich beers like Undead Party Crashers from Clown Shoes is the reason people drink dark, heavy beers. This is excellent. All right, I promised a quicker video, so I'm just going to get right to it. Obviously, huge the Vikings were able to get a big win like that on the road in prime time against like a really on-fire quarterback facing adversity. I mean, it wasn't just a blowout and they didn't get blown out. It was a real back-and-forth game. Down to the last minute, I was sure they were going to give up a big play or a penalty or something. It's just the Viking in me, You expect that call to go against you. They won. And hopefully they're not overlooking the Broncos because the Broncos are kind of deceiving. I do think the Vikings win. I mean, I'll get right out of the way. The Broncos are playing with a questionable NFL-level quarterback after Joe Flacco went out with a neck injury for the season. Where he could find some success is passing to Cortland Sutton because the Vikings cornerbacks this year have been getting torched. For whatever reason, they're giving up tons of yards. I talked, I think in a past video, maybe even last week's video, about how I think the Vikings defense is trying to do a bend but don't break thing. Give up plays here and there, but they got to bend a little less. Meanwhile, the Vikings absolutely shut down Ezekiel Elliott last week. Like 2.4 yards per carry or something really bad. And they did that without Linval Joseph, the one that I was worried about missing because he's so good at stopping the run. This week they face kind of different style running backs. Philip Lindsay was the one who lit the league on fire last year. He's a tiny little guy, but he's quick. He's good in the passing game. He's elusive. Royce Freeman's kind of more the power back style guy. But I hope if the Vikings can shut down Zeke, they can shut down those two as well and make Brandon Allen, I think he's a rookie cornerback, beat Zimmer's defense in the passing game. I think Zimmer's going to blitz a lot. I think they're going to try to confuse the young quarterback. However, again, it's probably going to have to come through Dalvin Cook because the Broncos still have not allowed I want to say it's a top 12 quarterback now in the 11th week of the season. That's not great because Cousins is, again, not the type of quarterback to overcome huge challenges. He gives what the defense gives him, and he seems to be about as good as his surrounding talent. Luckily for him, he's got if running backs won MVP, he's got like an MVP level running back behind him. It's Dalvin Cook and Christian McCaffrey, like racing for the top. So luckily he's surrounded by excellent talent. He is going to be without his, I think it's his left guard, Josh Klein. He's going to be without Adam Thielen again. And the defense will again be without Linval Joseph and also safety Anthony Harris. But again, I think the Vikings win this week, and I think they have to. They're going into their bye next week, which again, really excited about. The Vikings are on bye, and the Packers got flexed to the night game. So now we won't have to get out of our stands early. We won't have to, go to the bar early or anything. We'll be able to hit the hot tub after a long day sitting in the stand and then shuffle into the bar to watch the Packers play. The Vikings have the Broncos this week at home. Then they have a bye. Get rested up. I love the late bye. I'm hoping that gives them a chance to get right all these injuries. Adam Thielen, Anthony Harris, especially Linval Joseph, getting him back would be great. And then they go to Seattle, which they seem to be like the Bizarro Vikings, or maybe the Vikings are the Bizarro Seahawks, where, over the last, 7-8 years, they've paralleled each other in this weird way, where a lot of Vikings players went to the Seahawks, coaches went from one to the other. They have a lot of ex-Vikings talent, or they did, and they built their team the same way for a long time. Strong defense and a running game. They had Marshawn Lynch, we had Adrian Peterson. We had Percy Harvin, they later had Percy Harvin. There are all these weird, kind of similar situations, but when you look at the two teams, one's been to a couple Super Bowls, one needed a miracle to get to the conference championship and flopped terribly. But anyway, the comparisons, though, kind of stop when you look at just how their luck has gone, or just the entire vibe around the team. The Vikings always seem to find a way to choke, to lose, to surprise people with how they finish the game. The Seahawks seem to keep finding these ways to win. The last 2 seasons, they've been written off as what a joke. They're going to go, 3-13, and they make the playoffs. Granted, a lot of that is Russell Wilson, and this is going to sound dramatic, but Pete Carroll doesn't deserve Russell Wilson. That whole organization doesn't deserve Russell Wilson. You've got a quarterback who is insanely efficient, amazing in the pocket, a great runner, a great passer, and you decide to run the ball like 40 times a game. Send him to the Vikings, please. We will love him like he should be loved, even as weird as he is on social media. Also, go Badgers. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. My point is, they have Denver at home. Win this one, then you have your bye, then you're going to Seattle. I don't like our chances. And then you get the Lions at home, a trip to LA to face the Chargers, where you can fill that stadium and make it kind of like a home game, but the Chargers are a tough draw. Then you get the Packers and the Bears at home. You've got 3 of your 5 games after the bye at home. You got to get business done. You got to take these relative softballs when they come to you. Beat the Broncos this week. And for those of you who will be hunting, or who have already been hunting in Minnesota, or who will be hunting before I talk to you next week, good luck, be safe, thank you for watching, and skål filether. Go Vikings.